Alright, so good morning everyone, welcome back to another day of Fargo's Soul Mod. Today, we're cracking on with the champion of Terror. Now I'm really excited about today's episode. In the last one, we ended up spending a good amount of time grinding for a new Summon a Soul accessory, and I never got the chance to see, is it any good? So in today's episode, we're going to find out if it was worth all of that effort. I mean, probably so. Even knowing that we combine it together with a bunch of other ones, it'll be worth it in the long run. But yeah, welcome back. Based on the last episode, we had a little bit of feedback regarding accessories, so let me get that out of the way right at the start. Number one, people said that the Bionomic Cluster is not as good as the Heart of the Eternal. Now, I'll be honest with you, we made both of these a while ago. They both have extremely long item descriptions. So I don't really know which one's better. Because, look at it. Like, what? I can't compare these. Grants immunity to Frostburn. This one grants immunity to Living... I don't know what any of these are. Anyway, if it's good, I believe you. But we got an even better recommendation. Somebody said that these boots are kind of useless for this fight. Because these boots give us, like, speedy legs on the ground. We don't really need that, because if you take them off, we're super fast when we're flying. So if I take these off and put that on, look at that, right? Now we're a little bit better. So pretty cool, right? But yeah, I don't think we got any tips for the actual fight. I feel like because we didn't do a proper attempt at the fight. So I think we just go into it today. Oh yeah, people let me know. You can teleport back to your... this is how you do it. You can teleport to your death spot. I completely forgot that this was a thing. Use to teleport to your left death spot and right-click to zoom. So how do I teleport? Do I just die and then open the map and teleport? Because that's kind of cool. But yeah, I guess we get into it. All right. Sorry, I just forgot. Forgive me, I just forgot how to talk. You would imagine I'd be pretty good at it by now, but not quite. 24 years on Earth and a job where I talk? Nah, it's not enough practice. I guess we just crack on with it. I've got a lot to talk about in today's episode. Today's a really good day. Number one, let me say, last night, I got to go to the cinema. And I swear to you, I will never take going to the cinema for granted again. I love the cinema. I love it with all my heart. I haven't been able to go, for obvious reasons, in like 16, 17 months. And last night I went, and it was amazing. It was really good. I went to go see A Quiet Place 2. Film was great. No spoilers, because I imagine a lot of you probably won't get the chance to go to the cinema anytime soon. Understandably so. It was so good. Me and Court were the only two people in the cinema. Seriously, the only two people. Their only downside, it's understandable, they had no food. So you couldn't buy like popcorn or a hot dog or nachos, which is a part of the cinema. But it's like, you can't make hot food because nobody's there to buy it. It was great. I feel like a new person, I really do. Okay, let's jump into the fight. The other one is all about Twitter. Let me tell you this, right? So yesterday, and this is part of a larger thing. For those that don't know, I have privatized the Chippy Gaming Reddit. And the only reason I did this is, honestly, I don't have time to moderate the Reddit. And it's kind of just getting filled up with a bunch of, like, kind of rubbish memes, in all honesty. Not to be mean to the people that post there, but it was getting a little bit out of control. I'll just be honest. So I don't really have the time to moderate it, so I privatized it, and I'm putting more emphasis on my Twitter. So if you want to send me anything, you can find me there. Now, yesterday, I put up a community post to let people know, hey, I'm on Twitter if you want to check me out. And you lot memed me, calling me a boomer, all right, with my profile picture, which is honestly so true. I do have a very boomer profile picture. But it's funny because I wrote a comment to somebody today. Because the reason I have such a boomery profile picture is because you need to have a boomer profile picture to be able to be eligible to be verified on Twitter. Fun fact. And then, like 10 minutes after writing that random comment, I actually got verified on Twitter, which I wasn't expecting. It was a weird day. But that's quite cool. You get a little like special tab that shows you verified people interacting with your account, which is, for me, nobody but Dan, RT Game, ever likes my tweets who's verified. But yeah, pretty interesting stuff. But yeah, that was just like a weird little random occurrence. I'll get a new profile picture. Now I'm verified, I can change it. For those wondering, if you don't want to go look it up, it's just me taking a really boomer-like selfie. People are like, you kind of look like an uncle on Facebook or something like that. Now, as an uncle to many nieces and nephews, I understand. Okay, so I'm going to be honest, I am really gutted about this. Let me just tell you. So we're using a new version of Fargo Soul Mod today, a brand new updated version, which actually nerfs summoning. So now, you don't deal as much damage if you have all the special effects on, which is kind of awful, because I just built this summoner build, and I was going to use all the special effects, because they work really well together. And I'm really gutted by that. And I wish I hadn't updated, but I feel bad not updating now. I feel bad because I assume when I don't update, people might think I'm trying to... oh, so that's not how you teleport back. How do you teleport back? I should probably look into this. I assume people think I don't want to update because I can't handle a change, if you know what I mean. So I'm trying to keep updated as much as possible. Oh, man. What is the button? If anybody knows, please do let me know, because that is actually pretty useful. But yeah, it's all been nerfed, guttingly. All right, let's go try that again. So obviously, with it being nerfed, I don't know if this is a great idea, but we'll keep it going. Because here's the thing, our summon deals less damage with all the extra effects. That is true. But our summon isn't a constantly firing summon. You know, it's if and when it hits. When it hits big, right? Which is kind of hard. It's a pretty rough weapon to use, in all honesty. Because you're constantly thinking about where you are in connection to the boss. So I almost think this is better, but it's still a shame because it's like, if I'd have not updated... But hey, that's what updates are for. That's what balance changes are for. It is what it is, right? I'll stop my... Why have I now got a stutter? What is this? What is today? I'll stop my moaning. There you go. Alright, let me crack on with this. I do think, in all honesty, this fight's going to come down to learning how to dodge it a little bit better. I was looking back on my footage yesterday, and I realized I was really kind of walking into a lot more shots than I should have done. Do you know what I mean? Stuff that was, like, actually easier to avoid. I mean, getting hit in the circle phase is understandable. That's a pretty weird phase. But stuff like this, I should really be dodging this better. So, a lot of you have started to kind of mention in the comments that these are mini-bosses aimed to help with the grind of getting enchantments. Essentially, by doing the mini-bosses, you don't have to make certain enchantments. So they're all technically optional. Which is nice to hear. You know, if we get really stuck on some, at least we know. But I kind of like doing them. I kind of like doing them because it's something fun. It feels like, do you know at the end of a game where you get, like, boss rush, and it's just like a little optional extra challenge? It kind of feels like a more creative version of that. It's like, alright, you've beaten the game, you've beaten the Moon Lord, here are optional little mini-bosses to test what you've learned, kind of thing. Do you know what I mean? That's how I feel them about it, at least. So, I kind of like doing them. This one's going really well. I tell you what I'll do is... I'm going to keep all this in, right? In the edit. Because we're getting really close. But then if I die during this fight, I will not talk during any others until I get to this point. So that it's not like this long, arduous, boring episode. Do you know what I mean? Oh, okay. So this is a rough phase, I will admit. This is probably the worst one for me. Okay, so now it's different. Now it's a lot... Well, it's really different. Oh, okay. So do I have to work my way through there? Is that permanent? I wish I would do a little bit more damage. I might have to swap to this for a bit. Oh, okay, that was rough. I feel like we're gonna change to melee at the end. I think that's what we're gonna do. Yeah, we'll change to melee. That was really good though. We pretty much almost beat that one. But I feel like, yeah, keeping with the summoner is not as great during that last one. But for the fight itself, really fun. God, this is a good day. This is a really good day. I think it probably shines through, but being able to do something I loved yesterday has... I can't explain what it's done for me. I feel so good. But yeah, Quiet Place 2 was really, really good. Man, what a great sequel. It was good as well because I jumped quite a bit in that film. It's got a lot of it's a film based around sound. If you've never heard the concept, it's a horror film. Well, it's kind of a horror film. I wouldn't count it as a true horror, but but yeah, I jumped quite a lot during it. So it was nice to have the cinema to ourselves. So I will say real quick, I know I wasn't going to talk over this. The only thing I was gutted about with the cinema really is they lowered the prices quite a bit. It was like basically half price to go. And with no hot food, I felt really bad because the thing with cinemas is, for those that have never heard about this before, cinemas make no money on selling you tickets. They only make money on selling you food. Because the prices to buy the films to put in the cinema is so expensive. The ticket prices don't cut it. So I was really hoping to support the cinema because I really want to keep my local cinema open. And I was like, oh man, I feel like I'm not even doing my part. But hopefully when the world's a little bit more and more open, then I can just go all the time or something, or I'll buy like an annual pass. I just want to help out. Being sat in a cinema with only 2 people was lovely, but it was like sad at the same time, do you know what I mean? So admittedly, I don't think I'm going to win this one. I'm definitely not now because I just did that. But I don't know what to say. But I was going to say I'm doing all right. So it's like 2 in a row, if you know what I mean. All right, let me stay out the way. That big orb reminds me of, what was that game called? Agario. Do you remember back in the day? Reminds me of Agario. So I don't know if I'd be doing more damage just holding my summon out than this. I think I might be. I feel like we were doing more damage before, actually. Yeah, I kind of am. Okay, so I'm just going to keep myself revolving down. I love the Betsy's Dash, by the way. I almost wish it was in vanilla. It's so much fun to use. The only thing is it's just an extra button press. So it's like, it wouldn't be a great item for console, I don't think. But it's really good. Right, let me get out the way of that. All right, hasn't got much health left. And there we go. The champion of Terror has been defeated. Super, super fun fight. I think out of the 2, that one was my favorite because that one was hard, but it wasn't unmanageable, and I feel like kind of let you away with quite a bit in a fun way. Sometimes there's nothing wrong with having a fun fight. You know, we've done the challenge now. It's like, well, we've got more challenges to come, but that was fun. So we got a copper enchantment and a tin enchantment. Very cool. We'll put those away. So it's on to the next one, which will be the Champion of Earth, which is spawned in the Underworld. So the Underworld is hell, right? All right, interesting. Oh, I wonder what we should use. I wonder if Summoner is a good one for this. I don't know. So I will admit, I know what this one is. It's the thumbnail one, isn't it? That's what it is. It's the thumbnail one. So that's pretty exciting. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to come over here, and because this one, let me just double check. The core of the planet rumbles, yeah. Because this one is a hell boss, we already have an arena, hopefully. So we'll begin. Okay, is it the right one? Yeah, Champion of Earth. Okay, right, so it's a boss that moves left to right with 2 hands either side. So I think this fight will be all about actually avoiding the hand patterns. Do you know what I mean? A lot of these fights are kind of like this, where it's like, all right, you can run left and right, but there'll be a point where the hands will match your momentum. So our speed is pretty good considering we don't have the boots anymore. I need to stay a little bit closer if I want to deal proper damage. That's a good point. Okay, let's just bring it back on itself. Honestly, this is just another one of those fights where I'm kind of winging it for now. But we seem to be doing alright damage. I mean, this is kind of the pace we were doing the last one. I wonder if the leash would be better. Oh yeah, that's way better. Let me actually change it to the damaging buff as well. And see if we can do it a little bit faster. So I'm not really sure what to be doing about these hands. These hands seem to be catching up with us now. Well, actually, only occasionally. Alright, bring it down. I think when we bring it into the blocks, that's probably when we're doing the least damage. But when we stay a little bit slower as well, we also do more damage. This is one of those things where all the special effects are just like... It's just too much in the sense of I don't know what I'm actually dodging. Which attacks are mine, for example. Yeah, if we do it slow, and we do this, we seem to be dealing a lot more damage. But it's also like, you know, not great in that sense. Let's try the sword out for a bit. Let's see if that does loads of damage. See, that's also pretty good. You know what? If this is the whole fight, I think I could probably manage. Because this is alright. This is just running left and right. Ah, that's good. When you outrun the hands, you can do some good stuff. Now, I presume those hands are going to get more and more annoying. Right, okay. So now it's stationary. I'm going to assume if it ever stops, just stand underneath it. Because that seems to be the way with these bosses. So do I need to run even faster now because of these big damaging meteorite orby boys? Do you know what I mean? So it healed. Did it heal then? Is that what it did? Did it go to max life? I'm not going to lie. There was a certain point where I checked out kind of looking at the health bar. So just in terms of using melee and such, once again, we're going to have to make all of these at some point. It's probably worth having a very quick look at the... This is a really bad spot to do it. I'm going home. Yeah, we should... Oh, it's darkness. That was so strange. We should probably have a little look at the one that we need for this one. Right. Now, I think I've got a good bit of this. Like, for example, I know I've got an icicle. I've got a kraken. I've got this. And I'm fairly certain I've got these. I don't think I have that. A yo-yo bag. I need a counterweight. But I've got the other stuff because one of our NPCs sells stuff for this. I can make both of these. Scourge of the Corruptor. We need a key, don't we? Ah, right. Okay, so you turn the vampire knives into the Scourge of the Corruptor. Now, do you need the vampire knives for anything else? No. You only need the Scourge... Ah, okay, that's interesting. That's interesting. Ah, this is cool. I quite like that. So it's kind of like, hey, you don't want to find the chest or you don't have the chest in your world? Well, if you get this and that, then you're good to go. So let's have a little look at this. We need a corruption key. So let's do key. Let's see. Oh, sorry, we need a crimson key. So you can have any 10 crimson banners. So this is much like yesterday. Let me just have a little look at what other things we need to make. So let's see. Fire gauntlet. Can we make that? Fire gauntlet. Done. I'm going to check yo-yo bag just in case. No. What do you need for a yo-yo bag? You need a counterweight and a yo-yo glove. And I have neither. That's going to be a bit of a hard one to get. Oh no, we do have a counterweight. And we do have string. But the yo-yo glove is from the Skelly Merchant. So he's going to be a little bit annoying to find. That's fine. Let's see about the shell. Celestial shell is made from the celestial stone and a moon shell. Right. Stone. Celestial stone. Done. Shell. Celestial shell is that and a moonstone. Let's make a moonstone. Let's make both. Alright, so that is 2. Now we just need to see if I've got any of these. Let's have a little look. So, KO cannon, got 1. Icicle, got 1. Kraken, got 3. Flare-ron, got 1. What's that one called? Sky Dragon's Fury. I think after yesterday we might. Oh, we don't. Okay. Now I wanted to see actually if we could craft one. Yeah, using some banners. Oh, you can use using a treasure bag. That's awesome. I just want to say yesterday. So yesterday you saw me do the Wall of Flesh to try get a summoner's emblem, and you were like, "Why didn't you use the 100 bags you had?" It's because off camera before the episode began, I started working through my bags and I sold all the loot, and I just assumed that we'd have one in storage, but we didn't. But that's why. I totally get why some of you were like, "James, come on." What's going on? So this is the one I don't think I'm going to be able to make straight away because I don't reckon I have any of these. I wonder if we can make the scissors using a little version. Yeah, a stylist and a sword. Alright. So anyway, I think that'll be something we'll finish up tomorrow because that is quite a lot. But we've made good work of it. Right, let's go down and try another attempt at this fight and just see how we get on. So... I'm trying to think. If we use... I don't know which is the best option now. I'm not too sure. But if we use melee, we should probably change out to a better accessory again. Because we're using this one. the Conjurist one. And it's not all that great if we don't need it. Do you know what I mean? But I think dubious circuitry is once again the only thing that we can swap it out with. We've come back to the dubious circuitry more times than I want to admit. But it is good. So let's try it as a warrior. We'll give it a go. And if it don't work out, we'll go back to summoner. Right. Here we go. So let's see how this goes. Already I'm noticing. Oh. Let me get my special effect. I can't turn it on. There you go. All right, let's see how this one goes. I would say that is like way faster, way faster. So Ratchet and Clank comes out this week. Honestly, I cannot contain my excitement. I am so pumped for this game. It's one of those games that, you know, for me personally, is not really worth the full price. This is the first £70 game I've ever bought in my life. Because I know it'll be short, so this is what I want to get at. It's not worth the money in terms of playtime, but in terms of pure visual spectacle, oh my god. I am debating buying a new capture card to maybe stream the game, so that all of you can check it out as well if you don't own a PlayStation 5. But yeah, I don't know when I'd stream it, because I'd want to play it early in the morning. And when it's morning for me, it's like nighttime for you lot. Yeah, he does heal. Okay, alright. I thought for a second I might be doing something wrong during the fight. So, do I get hit by those big meteorite chunks? I do, don't I? So I wonder how to avoid those. Do I just need to be faster? Do you think that's it? Oh, alright, let's go that way. Oh no, I don't know. I need to figure out what the... Maybe you stay under it. That might be it. It's hard with these fights, but I feel like they always fall back to... during this phase, stay under the fight. You'll be fine. This honestly seems like one of those bosses where you lot are going to go, nah, it's like this, James. And I'll be like, ah, right. Do you know, it has that energy to it. What's after Champion of Earth? Champion of Nature, Underground Snow. Now, we don't even have a good area for that. So, we're going to need one of those instant arena nuke things. I can't remember what they're called now. Perks of only using one. I know we have the Hallowed one, don't we? Is that the Champion of Life? Let's go and try the Champion of Life out real quick. Because we haven't really done that one since we had a few attempts the other day. And I want to see if maybe I might be a little bit better at it. Mainly because of the fact that... Oh, no. Oh, I hate this. This does my head in so much. When you, when you summon in the lunatic cultist by accident. Alright, stop. Is it still following me? No. Okay. Let's try this one. Let's see if we've learned anything. Okay, so, bam. Oh, it sucks you in. Alright. Okay, so this one is a bullet hell. Now, for obvious reasons, this is not a good fight to have all the special effects. So this might be one of those ones where we spend time learning about it. Now, according to some comments I saw, apparently, this is inspired by a biblically accurate version of an angel. That's pretty cool. I would never have known that. So let's see what its attacks are like. So far, we've seen the B1, which is all about slowly moving up and down. We've seen a rotating laser beam. So I wonder if... Nah, okay, right. I'm doing that really poorly. I was going to say maybe it's all about following the circle of the attack. So there's pixies about. I hear the scream. I do not know what that means. I'm assuming this is going to be the phase with the lasers. Oh no, it's the little beetle things. Is that what they are? They like come with the beetle armor, something like that. Okay, now it's fireballs. So I got pretty that was a pretty rough spot to do the fireballs in because I was quite up high. So that's another boss that I'm assuming heals itself. I wasn't keeping a close eye on it, but considering the health was like way higher, I want to assume so. So let me try that one again. That one was cool. I quite liked it. It is a fight, once again. Shouldn't use my effects on, but they're just too good not to use. They're too good not to use. I'm very torn by them. Also, I want to point out, we're lucky we had an episode yesterday. So yesterday, I forgot to... I record using OBS now, and I forgot to disable my microphone recording. So basically, oh, wrong boss. So basically, my my recording had my microphone audio in it, so it would have been broken basically. But I managed to botch it in the edit just enough that you would never have known, and I was really happy with that. It's funny, right? Because a good chunk of the audio went out of sync, and I've never really realized that my audio is a couple of seconds out of sync by the end of the episode. And I assume this is for every episode, so I had to do some like weird jump cuts during the episode yesterday to kind of get it to do its thing. But yeah, I'm so glad we got an episode. All right, let me do the damaging buff again. So this is one of those phases where I can learn for sure. I can get used to that. Like, I played enough Supreme Calamitous to do that one. We just need to keep a good idea of these attacks. So this one's about bobbing and weaving up and down. And then, what is it next? Is it the laser beams that spin? Oh, it's the fireballs. Right, okay. Once again, I might need to redo this fight at some point and learn all the different patterns and then come back in with my special effects. So I know which order it's going to be in always. So it's green blobs for a little bit after the laser beam thing. And then it goes back to bees, right? Oh no, fireballs. Alright, so it's healed again. So I want to assume that when it heals, it's kind of like... Yeah, it is. It's kind of like Deviant, where it does all the same attacks again, but they're now harder. I want to be careful with these pixies, because I'm not too good at that pixie phase. And with that one, that seems really rough to actually dodge. Oh, I tell you what, the amplified version of this phase is really hard. Oh my god. I'm doing a little bit better at the fight by honestly just managing to... I don't know. Whoa, okay, that was bad. I don't know what I'm doing better about this fight, but this one's going all right. Oh, okay. I have no idea how to avoid those lasers. Dashing through? On a one-horse open sleigh, maybe? Okay, just avoid the bees. Just avoid the bees. Oh, we came so close. If I had not dashed then, I got a little bit... See, here's the thing, right? The lasers were turning on and off, and I just got paranoid I'd hit a laser, so I darted out the way. And I wish that I hadn't. I wish I'd just stuck to my guns, because where I was, I think I would have... You know, if I didn't have an extra phase, I think I would have done it. Ooh, died on the laser phase again. That was fun. Oh, I'm really liking this. This one might be my new favourite out of the ones we've done. Okay, right. I think for today, I'm probably going to wrap it up there. That was a fun episode. I really enjoyed it. I feel like we're making good progress. And I'm honestly so relieved. Like I said yesterday, I had this looming doubt over my head that I could do these fights. Because, in all honesty, we all know, and it's not a problem if you say it, but I'm not the best Terraria player in the world. Big shock. But you lot know I'm not. You lot know I'm not capable of some of the really crazy stuff. So I'm really happy with how it's going. But yeah, for now, that's it. Shout out to our channel members, as always. Rolling by on screen right now. And that's it for today. I'll be back tomorrow. Yeah, that's it. Right. Have a great day, everyone. And I'll see you in the next one. Peace.